people knew you're bad. Look at this group. Breaching the border wall in Yuma, Arizona, a sector that has seen an 800% increase in illegal alien activity since Joe Biden took office. Look at your screen. They are flooding through there. I'm told by Border Patrol agents they actually cut that wall open with blowtorches. All of this is a result of Joe Biden's quest to import poverty into America with the ultimate goal of putting them on welfare. And then, of course, turning them into Democrat voters. Well, joining me now to talk about all of this is former White House Chief of Staff for President Trump, Mark Meadows, is with us. Congressman, it's great to have you on the program.
Well, it's great to be with you and all the viewers tonight. But honestly, I can't thank you enough for bringing this particular issue to the attention of the American people. What we see is really a complicit plan on behalf of Joe Biden and his administration to not have an immigration policy, but have a migration policy, which actually brings people here. And you've said it well, the consequences of that policy is very, very troubling.
What is it like for you? I mean, to listen to what I just spelled out, all the hard work the Trump administration went through to get us to a point where we really were starting to have it under control, and now to see it just thrown out the window.
Well, we had a very difficult situation in 2018, as you know, and what happened is President Trump got very, very tough. It was not just the Remain in Mexico policy, but he had conversations with leaders of those Central American countries and actually got them to work together with the United States and our men and women at the border, Customs Border Patrol, ICE agents, the very group that Congresswoman Tlaib wants to defund and get rid of. We actually worked in tandem with them to actually control the border and have a secure border for the first time in probably 2 decades. But here's the interesting fact. She wants to get rid and defund DHS. At the same time, she wants to actually increase IRS agents to police, or perhaps even hire additional people to go door to door knocking to check on vaccines. This is the kind of crazy Washington, D.C. that these progressives have embraced.
This idea of defunding DHS, do you think she is even aware of all the things that DHS oversees?
Well, I don't think so. You actually put forth a good list. It's not just the Secret Service, but it's the Coast Guard, it's the TSA, all the areas that many times they will run home and say, we need to have additional funding. And yet she says defund it all. It's one of the largest agencies we have. There are a number of federal agencies that we should defund. The Department of Homeland Security should not be at the top of that list.
There was a time when even Democrats would agree with that statement. Those days are long gone, Mark. Lastly, I want to ask you about this idea of changing the student visa program to basically just ignore anybody who overstays their visa. I mean, I'd love to have the rabbi on and tell his story. This is what happens when you let bad people stay here.
Listen, when you have bad people stay, whether it's overstaying their visa or, as you mentioned, the drug cartels, the sex traffickers coming across our southern border, it is not a good time. Here's the real problem. They don't even know how many people have overstayed their visa. So it's real easy to say Ali Ali Oxenfree because they do not have a legitimate count. That's Mayorkas and his group making sure that they don't even have an audit procedure in place, but it is American lives, indeed, not just the rabbis, but others that we're putting in harm's way because of their policies.
Do you think Mayorkas is dangerous for America?
I do. I think that literally his open door policy and his total abandonment of the rule of law is not serving the American people. And when you look the other way, the consequences are grave.
Yeah, well, I agree with you there, Mark Meadows. I sure do. Thank you so much for coming on the program. It's always good to see you.
Great to be with you. Thanks so much, Grant.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.